Well done, but you can do better.
How's it going, guys? S1ippery Jim here, bringing you some more Modern Warfare 3 survival mode and a regular difficulty map this time. As you can see, we're playing Seatown. It will be a team survival match with my mate Aiden. And this is a map that I haven't played too much, to be honest, but in this particular game we tried out a new spot as our base of operations to see how effective it was in terms of getting to the higher rounds, or waves as they're called in survival mode. And as you can see, it's pretty effective. We're starting off here showing you a wave 38 onwards, and we'll show you about 5 waves of this game and how we set up, how we defend, all of that stuff. But one thing I'll say is, in these regular difficulty maps, starting at wave 6, you get the challenging waves every 3 waves. So 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, etc. You're going to get either attack helicopters or juggernauts, and it more or less alternates between the two in those challenging waves. So you want to set up, get all the equipment that you use to get through those tough waves, you know, whether it be body armor or your predator missiles, etc. Now, the next wave that we'll be facing is going to be wave 39, and that's a wave where we'll have 3 juggernauts coming at us. So I've already got enough claymores ready to go. I've still got a predator missile, and I'll probably just need a little bit more ammo for my weapons at this point. Now, this spot where we've set up is reasonably central and fairly close to each of the different armories, so it's pretty convenient from that point of view as well. And I'm just heading over here to the weapons armory. Let's get some more ammo here. And we'll head back again and move into wave 40 here. So what we do at the start of these waves is lay claymores. So you'll get 4 or 5 of the C4 dogs rushing you at the start of the wave, and we like to use the predator missiles to try and do some damage to the juggernauts or attack helicopters, as the case may be. So I'm using mine first here, and we're going to get a juggernaut dropping in right next to us. We tend to try and take out the closest ones to start with, so that gives you a little bit more breathing space until you have to exit the building. But at this high wave, you can see we didn't kill the juggernaut, even with what was almost a direct hit from the predator missile. He'll start coming in the entrance here. So what I'm going to do is throw my flashbang and leap out the window down into the marketplace, and we'll start our circuit of the map. Now, my teammate's coming right behind me here. You're just still going to have a couple of these C4 dogs coming at you, and just be careful of those, obviously. But in these waves where you've just got juggernauts and no attack helicopters, it's probably a little bit easier than when you get multiple helicopters coming at you. And there is plenty of cover in this map, so you can usually do this circuit of the map pretty safely either way. Now, one tactic that works pretty well is to have your teammate take the bulk of the enemy away as a diversion, and the other team member to go for the air support armory and buy predator missiles to take out the bulk of the enemy, and just kind of rinse and repeat that strategy to get through the wave a little bit quicker. So what I'm doing here is buying another predator missile, and I'll try and drop that on the top of the remaining 2 juggernauts and see if we can take them out this time. So I'm just sprinting forward to try and take some cover, and we'll use the predator here. As you can see here, I do drop this predator right on the top of these 2 juggernauts, but they still survive. I do take out the rest of the enemy, but these guys are pretty tough. Now, I could hang around here and just take them down the old school way using regular weaponry and flashbangs, but what I'm going to do just to speed things up and keep moving through this game is head back round to the air support armory, and I'll buy back a predator missile and drop that on top of these guys to finish the wave. I think we got through this game by the end in about an hour, so we moved through fairly quickly. And really, once you see how we died, we could have got a lot further if we hadn't been... Oh, well, actually, there's a few issues. You'll see what happens anyway at the end of this game. It's It was pretty bizarre, actually. Okay, so just restocking on some of the equipment. Get some claymores, some C4 and all that stuff. Okay, so pretty much ready to go for Wave 40. So we'll head back to our building where we're starting each round in here. Setting up a few claymores as you do early on. And I'm basically watching the bottom floor entrance. Aiden's watching the top. But this wave shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just a regular wave. No attack choppers, no juggernauts to worry about at this point. But these super soldiers, they can be pretty tough to take down. They do take a fair bit of damage, and they do seem to get a little bit tougher as the wave gets higher and higher as well. Now you can see that building there where we've set up the turrets. Now I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I usually find it is effective to have 2 turrets set up wherever possible when you're playing survival mode. Don't tend to use the Delta squad or the Riot squad too much, although they can have their uses. They're more of a luxury item in my opinion. But the turrets are certainly useful, especially early on in getting your kill streaks and that. Okay, now at this point, I'm basically wanting to get an LMG so I don't have to reload so much. And my teammate, I think, has about 50 grand at this point, so he spots me some cash, thankfully. And I was a little bit short at that point. And I get the MG36, sticker grip and a sight on it. And try and get back in the building via the step ladder, but I failed miserably there, so I head around the front way just so I don't get stuck there at the start of the wave. And in this building, it's a pretty defensible position that we've set up. There's only the entrance below here that I'm watching and the one up above where they come up the ladder. So it's a pretty good spot to defend from. And up top here there's plenty of areas that you can make your escape from as well when the juggernauts start coming in, as you saw earlier. So these couple of waves are usually not too much of a problem in between the attack helicopter or juggernaut waves. And we're getting through it pretty steadily here. I think there's only one go left at this point. And that is wave 41 done. Now, wave 42 is going to be 3 attack helicopters coming at us. So we're going to have to be prepared for this again. And I'm just getting back some more claymores. We'll get the C4 dogs coming in early on here. And I've already got a predator and all that stuff, so we're good to go. I'm just going to lay these guys all around the place here. And here we go. So I'll use my predator missile straight away here and see if I can do some damage to one of these attack helicopters. Now past wave 40, these choppers are pretty hard to take down, and as you can see here, I only get a hit marker. I don't take it down with a predator, and basically that was a direct hit. So at least I did it some damage, but they're going to be pretty tough to take down. So we're just going to try and defend this building as long as we possibly can. Hopefully we can get through it without having to leave this building. You just have to watch those C4 dogs. Try not to let them get upstairs. Take them out before they can get up there. And so far so good. I think there's only about 4 or 5 of the infantry left. And then we'll just have the attack helicopters. And we've just got the 1 attack helicopter. I head out the door here, probably get a little bit too confident, and I get taken down by the attack helicopter. So that was a pretty stupid move on my part. I probably should have just stayed on the stairs inside that building, but these things happen. And I crawl towards the entrance here and get revived. And it's just the 1 helicopter left, so what I'm going to do is I think about taking it down, and then I just leave it for Aiden. And I'll head off and get my self-revive and some of the stuff that I need for wave 43. Now, from about wave 21 onwards, you will get basically the jugs and attack helicopter waves alternating every 3 waves. So what that means is you'll only get the attack helicopters coming at you every 6 waves after wave 21, and that gives you a good 5 waves in between where you'll be able to have your sentry guns safe from attack helicopter fire. So they will usually last that long if you place them up here in this building, and you do need to use the regular sentry guns because the grenade launcher turrets, while they're better in terms of damaging the enemy, they're a little bit shorter, and what that means is they won't be able to target the enemy from up there, whereas the regular sentries will. Okay, so wave 43 is just a regular wave, and we really should have got through this wave pretty comfortably, but it was pretty bizarre how this game ended. What happened was, according to what my teammate was telling me, he gave me the impression that we were having really bad lag at the end of this game, because he was telling me that on his screen he was fine, he wasn't downed, but it certainly was on my screen. And as you can see here, he jumps outside the building here in a second, and he gets downed by the enemy just here. Now I go down to revive him, as you'll see in a moment, and I throw a flashbang, the usual thing. I could have easily revived him at that point, but he's screaming at me, I'm fine, what are you talking about? And apparently he didn't think that he was down. From what he was seeing on his screen, he was fine. But from what he was telling me, I assumed that he had his self-revive kicking in or whatever. So I had to go back up the stairs, and then he is definitely down. I actually get down there myself. So I throw another flashbang there and go to head down the stairs. But apparently that super soldier is immune to flashbang. So he takes me out because I'm already quite a bit damaged there. And that ends the game. So it was pretty bizarre. You probably had to be in the game, listening to the game chat to understand what the hell was going on there. But using this strategy, I felt we were in a pretty solid position. We had a pretty good thing going. And we could have got a lot further than that. Certainly if we go back and play that again. As well. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you, and please leave a comment and rate the video. For now, thanks for watching. S1ippery Jim out.